Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly horoscope forecast for the week of July 13th through the 19th, 2020. So I'm going to get into my air signs. So if you are a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius, this is going to be your horoscope for this week. As we get into the week, what I see for my air signs is that there's going to be a lot of focus on your personal life more than anything. A lot of you are dealing with deeper emotions about your marriage, your love life if you're single, and you're asking yourself, why are things kind of playing out the way that they are? You kind of want things to be accelerated. You want things to already happen for you. You want to be on the other side. And for a lot of you, there is a lot of awakenings that are going on right now about your relationships and your love life. Not just like romantic, but even your family relationships. The dynamic, how much you're doing, how much you're investing, and there's almost like an energetic separation for a lot of you. Again, this may not apply for every air sign out there, but there is something almost like an energetic separation. And I do feel like there is going to be some struggles this week, some power struggles with people. This could be like interactions with just anybody, where you feel like your communication is not getting through to them, or that people are challenging you, causing you to feel a little frustrated, and having words you may have to get ghetto on someone, you may have to end up, setting that foot down and like letting them know, the truth of what your truth is and what you're not going to tolerate. So again, this feels like a week of trying to find a footing, for yourself, and not letting other people disturb you. So be very mindful of that. Your intuition is on peak and is on point. So anything that you're picking up intuitively, feelings about someone, feelings about, a future business move, feelings about what is to come, all of these things are accurate. Like, they are really spot on. You're not imagining it. It's not your imagination. It is really happening. So Spirit wants you to put more trust into what you are feeling. I do feel also like when it comes to your finances, this is an area where a lot of you could be sitting okay. I feel like a lot of you have gone through that spending stage, and now you're at this week kind of like playing it a little bit easier. You may cut down on the, takeout or eating out a lot, especially like during your lunch, having to go to the cafeteria if you work like in a hospital environment, or, in another place, that has maybe like food there. You may be curbing those temptations and more about making your own food to save yourself some money. I also feel like there is going to be someone from your past that could possibly resurface this week for a lot of you air signs. And I feel like, again, a lot of focus at the end of the week with your family and kind of going through some kind of deep healing and transformation, or a breakthrough in these relationships or family dynamics that may not be up to par to where you want it to be. So again, pay attention to these things if you're an air sign, because that's what I see for this week for you. All right, the next group of elements that I'm going to be doing the horoscopes for are for my fire signs. So if you're an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. Again, if you're a fire sign, you are an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius. This is your horoscope for this week. So this week for you guys, for my fire signs, I feel like there is a lot of focus on your love life. And I feel like a lot of you may be kind of focused on that. Asking yourself, what can I change about this? Should I, get closer to someone? Because I feel like something is holding you back. So for some of you that are like talking to someone or dating someone or seeing someone that you've just initially met, there's something holding you back from moving forward. I feel like you're more of your fulfillment emotionally when it comes to your emotions, to your happiness, is more centered around the things that you already have accomplished, your goals. If you have children, what you've created, not only in the flesh, but also in the physical and also in the spiritual. And you're looking at all of your journey, and that's where you see more happiness. And it's almost like relationships are more of like icing on the cake. It's more of a complimenting who you are as a person, rather than defining you or where you're at right now. So be sure to distinguish between the both of them. But I feel like this week you can accomplish a lot of work. A lot of you will get a lot of things done that you've been holding off on, maybe putting it out on the back burner, not wanting to address. I also feel like if somebody has been wishy-washy or kind of has been flaky in some kind of way towards you, you're going to have to, be very vocal and maybe confront this person and let them know, hey, quit beating around the bush, spit it out, say what you have to say, and let me go on my own separate way. Because I feel like there's somebody that may be in your life right now that could be, very confusing, sending mixed signals, doing doing the most, being extra in every possible way, and they are not being honest, is what I get. There's just a lot of division, and you're having to decide, well, should I be giving my attention to this person, or is there somebody better out there? And again, I feel like a lot of you are going to be cutting through that foolery and really addressing it, and it's going to be good for you. I also feel like there is going to be some fun this week, that you'll have moments where you're joking, laughing, or somebody makes you laugh. And then there's a lot of focus on your twin flames out there. So for those of you that have twin flames, there's a lot of focus on that, and also on wanting to, spend time with that person. Because when you spend time with that person, it's almost like it's synchronistic, and it takes you to another level, and there is some healing that both of you can mutually share. I also feel like there's going to be a lot more focus this week for a lot of my fire signs to take more care of themselves, whether this is getting an acupuncture, whether this is going to the spa, getting your hair did, or get a massage. There's going to be a lot of you that need maybe like a chiropractic type of appointment to kind of fix your bones, your spine, because I pick up a lot of tension with my fire signs for some reason this week, where you could be feeling very stiff in your joints, and it could be causing you to feel kind of like blah, like blah. And so there's just a lot of focus on that this week if you are a fire sign. All right, if you are an earth sign, this is for my Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns out there. Again, if you're an earth sign, this is your horoscope for this week. Earth signs, again, are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this week for you guys, I feel like a lot of you are going to be questioning your work, okay? Maybe like promises that your boss has made, or promises that your company that you work for has made, or if you are an actor out there and you have a talent agency or talent manager, or someone that's kind of managing your career in some, or influencing your career in some way, you're going to be like questioning, why haven't you booked a gig, right? Why haven't you gotten that promotion? Why haven't you been getting any kind of recognition, or why isn't it a reflection of your paychecks? There's a lot of focus right now on your career and money if you are an earth sign. And I also feel like for a lot of you, this is a week in which what you're going to want the most on the physical level, your body's going to want to rest, right? But your mind is going to be in a different place, and you're not going to want to listen to your body. The problem with that is that if you don't listen to your body, and you're listening more to your mind that is very active, very stimulated by downloads of information from the universe, your third eye being activated, all of your chakras aligned, you're going to feel sick physically, okay, this week. You're going to feel headaches, nausea. You may end up vomiting. And again, don't mistake these symptoms for something spiritual. Check it out if you feel sick with a medical professional. But I'm telling you that you're going to be going through the gigs this week. I feel like it's just a very heavy energetic pull, even though Mercury is now direct. The Mercury, retrograde that we were in, it's now direct. So even though your communication is going to be very well with some people, there's still going to be some of the shadow of that retrograde that we are having to deal with for at least 2 to 3 weeks after it has ended and Mercury has gone direct. I feel like for a lot of you out there, there's going to be some confusion, and again, needing to pay attention to your body and get rest. If you feel sick, lie down. Take some time for yourself. You've been very busy helping other people and also focusing on anything else that you're getting, but I feel like there's a disconnection between the spiritual. I feel like a lot of you have been more on the spiritual level and focused on your abilities and not connected to your emotions. So you've disconnected from your emotions and from feeling things very deeply. And again, this could be just the energy for some people this week, not for all of you that are earth signs. But That's what I get. I get a lot of you are going to be reaching out also to someone that's like a teacher, a spiritual advisor. So a lot of you could be getting psychic readings this week for some reason, right? Or be, throwing your tarot down or your oracle cards and seeing what you get from spirit. So I see that going on. I also feel like there is focus on new information. There is going to be some messages that come through this week from people that you care about. So if somebody has been creating distance, towards you, I feel like they may kind of resurface for some reason this week. I feel like their schedules may be a little bit less busy, but I feel like on this level, on this week itself, there's just going to be so much going on. It feels very chaotic at times, and there may be something in your house that needs repairing, something that needs fixing, because I feel like when it comes to your home as well, that there's a lot of drama going on with family members, and maybe your living situation could be neighbors, etc. But by the end of the week, by Saturday or Sunday, I feel like you're going to start seeing kind of a lot of this energy easing up, and you feeling a little bit more confident about you being able to handle everything that is coming for the following week. So that's what I see for my earth signs. All right, guys. And finally, if you are a water sign, this is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, this is your horoscope for this week. Be careful this week because your week starts off, honey, with a lot of drama. I feel like there's somebody that is being shady of the house, that's being really deceptive, and they're lying to you, and you know that they're lying to you, and it's going to irritate you. A lot of you are going to be very moody as we begin the week. You're just not going to be there for the foolery, and you're going to either confront this person. There's going to be some screaming, some arguments, but the energy this week starts off kind of like you dealing with people that are very deceptive, or an individual. I feel like this would be a male in your life that is very shady, that is very deceptive, is a liar basically. And if you're not going through this in your personal life or your family life, it could be someone else that you work with, or it may not apply to you. Again, this is just more of a general horoscope, but I see that going on, and I see you standing very strongly in your belief systems and your principles and what you want this week, and you are very assertive of yourself. It's like you don't have the indecisions that a lot of signs are going to be experiencing this week. You're going to be very assertive of what you need to do and what you don't need to do, and you're going to focus just on tackling one thing at a time. You're not scatterbrained, and that's good. That's very good, because it puts you in a cycle where you're very energetically strong, mentally strong, and physically also able to accomplish a lot. Your stamina is going to be up through the roof this week as well. I feel like there's a lot more focus this week on your sexual desires, your pull towards your romance. So there's also focus on your love life as well. Whether this is not necessarily like intimacy that is shared with another person, this could be you exploring your sexual nature, feeling very sexy, and just dressing in a way that gets the attention or grabs the attention of other people. It's like you're feeling yourself in every way possible this week, and you know that you got it right. You know that you have that it factor that is like magnetism, charisma, things that people really are intrigued about, because a lot of you have that mysterious quality to yourself, but you're also very intuitive. And so you may find out that even though you feel like you can't make a decision between two different things, it's like you get that clarity by other people or being out in nature. So I feel like going outside is good for a lot of you this week in particular. I feel like there's also going to be a lot of focus on celebrations. So a lot of you this week could be, you could be celebrated by your family, coworkers, your boss, and it's just the little things that count, like a compliment, right? Someone that acknowledges your existence and that, makes you feel good in some kind of way. But I feel like the energy for a lot of you out there is that maybe you want to have like a family get together or a friend get together, and have like drinks after work or something of that nature. But I feel like for a lot of you that's the focus. I also see you kind of going towards a new goal or a new business venture for a lot of you out there. And I feel like with the opposition that you've been experiencing from a lot of people, over the past couple of months or weeks is dissipating now. And I feel like a lot of people are past the point of not accepting what you have to say, but knowing that you're a very strong person mentally and also physically, and that you're going to achieve what you want, and you're going to do it regardless of their approval, regardless if they agree with you. You're going to do what you want to do at the end of the day, and they're going to have to respect that about you, because again, that's what I see for my water signs. I also feel like where you've been feeling kind of trapped, some of you may be feeling trapped in your life, that things are not going forward. There's a lot more celebration. So I'm saying here that Spirit is going to be using people in your life that may be your children, that are grown adults, right? Even if you're like in your 50s or 60s or 70s, right? Or even if you're in your 30s or 40s and you have children that are younger than you, there's going to be people in your life. It could be a friend, but there's going to be people in your life that God or Spirit uses to try to help bring laughter and light to you. So like if your child tells you, Mom, let's go out for a trip, right? And you're like, I'm a homebody, I like being more in the privacy of my home, etc. Go with the flow, because I feel like doing so, it's going to kind of transform your soul, and there's a rhyme and a reason for everything. So let Spirit work through other people to touch your life. That's the message for all of my water signs, and that's like the main key thing this week, is to allow other people to touch your life and to help you experience happiness. Even though you may not feel like you're happy doing something in the moment, don't go by what you're feeling, but rather just let go and see. Be open to possibilities. And that's what I have to say. All right, guys, I want to thank you again for tuning into my horoscopes for this week. And again, don't forget to check out my website if you want to book a private reading. It's www.raymondguzman.net/readings. Also, don't forget to join my Patreon, because I am teaching tarot and mediumship courses and psychic courses on that Patreon, as well as sharing insights, giveaways, a lot of good stuff out there. So again, thank you again. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week ahead. Bye.